Yeah, they weren't bad.
The guava fruit is
Yeah.
really good.
What is up? What is up, guys? This is Merc with the Mic, and this is another Shell Shock podcast by Recycling Inc. I'm Merc with the Mic. I'm joined by Tenacious T.
I am here. I am here. I am here.
And this is our bonus cast. This is our bonus movie. We try to find an extra movie to watch just for you guys. And we went to down a dark road, past the next mutation, but found something a little better than that. We are going to give you...
see this man's face as he says this.
We're going to go...
Because he means it. He means it. A dark place where nobody has gone before.
It's the darkness.
The down under.
We are going to give our verdict. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of our shells tour.
All right. Well, let me start off by saying it was a very memorable and fun experience when I was a child.
Yes, I agree with that. I actually was there live when I was a kid.
I want to start off with every negative with a positive because that's what therapy taught me. When you let something down, you let them down with love first, okay? So as I was a kid, I had this on VHS, right? And I used to watch it all the time, and I thought it was fucking awesome. I really, really did.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, like, I was jealous of every single one of those kids in the crowd.
Yeah, I was one.
Now, to let you understand what this is, it is basically a concert, a live concert with the Turtles on stage in, like, pretty dope costumes. I thought the costumes was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I got the NECA versions. I needed that shit in my collection.
So it was a live musical concert of them pretending to play instruments, and Shredder swoops in and tries to wreck the day, stuff like that.
Yeah, they actually did like a whole like a theatrical.
It was like a play.
It was like a little play. I think
it was the Hamilton of its time.
The Hamilton of its time. The way I went through it is the fact that I watched it, but I also just listened to the music as just like an album, and I actually enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it as an album more than actually watching, because watching it you see the cheesiness, you see the pizza ballet dancers and the thugs dancing and the foot soldiers in their cheap ass costumes. And you see Shredder looking retarded as fuck. You see Splinter looking like he's crying the whole time. So you see a lot of the cheesiness in the actual concert.
He was happy. They were tears of joy.
But if you actually listen to the concert, the soundtrack by itself, it wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
It's not horrible.
It's a product of its time.
Extremely dated.
Yeah. It's a product of its time.
When you go into this, know that there is nothing that ties to the nowadays. Okay,
right. So
there is nothing that can grip that.
Going into this, know that this is meant for kids. It's not meant for adults. It's not meant for us grown childs watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And I'm pretty sure the adults in the crowd weren't even having a good time.
No, they weren't. They were just like, "What the fuck is this?" But they went because of their kids. So basically, this was made for kids. This was like the Wiggles on concert. This was like Barney on concert. It was like
it was like Barney on Ice and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like that. It was made for kids. It was direct for kids. It was just it was a cash cow for them to bring kids in and they take their money. That's pretty much what it was.
But they did like a 40-city tour.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So like this was like, it's just as extreme as like musical acts.
Yeah.
Think of the Red Hot Chili Peppers at this time, going on tour.
Yeah.
You know, 40 cities, 80 cities. That's a wear and tear.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they probably didn't have the same people in the suits all the time, because all they needed was the recordings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like they were actually talking through the microphones.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird because so what I was learning and I was reading about the concert is the fact that when they did the whole acting scenes and the actual play scenes of like the action and shit, they were pretty much like lip talking. They were just moving the mics into the turtle that's supposed to talk and things like that. But when they sang, they actually sung in the little hole that they had. I was
So
like,
they
what
were
did you
only
just?
sing.
I was like, "What do you just do the whole thing on the recorded thing? Because no one could tell if you're lip singer or not."
Well, they're a bunch of divas, okay?
Yeah.
And they needed to keep their voices for just a sing because they didn't want to be the Milli Vanilli of the Ninja Turtles, okay?
Yeah, right.
They might lip read their script, but they will never lip sing.
Yeah.
Ever.
They're like, "Fuck lip singing. We gonna sing this shit."
And what's funny is that the backstage scenes, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they were completely different turtles.
They were terrible. Those were terrible looking.
They were completely different turtles
Yeah.
than what they were on.
Yeah.
They had no spots on their heads. None of that. Yeah.
They were pretty terrible. If you actually looked at the backstage scenes, like you had like I think Raphael has his mouth like permanently open, so he looked like he had like a shock factor in his face all the time. They
Yeah.
were completely different faces. They're completely different like headbands and everything like that. And then you had when they went on concert, they had a whole different look. They had these denim jackets. They had like lit rhinestones on their knee pads, elbow pads. They had like little braces, like bracelets and shit like that with spikes. They looked like an actual rock band when they actually were on stage. But when they were out stage, they were just pretty much kind of like the regular basic Ninja Turtles, just with weird fucking heads.
Yeah, I mean, in the background, I was cut off because somebody was knocking on my door. But
No worries.
in the backstage, their mouths moved a lot. You know, and they looked like they had like buck teeth and like they looked like more like rats than they did fucking turtles back there.
Yeah.
And then on stage, like it just showed that was a complete recording
Yeah.
that they probably just kept transferring over and over and over again to every single show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like that just threw me off because I just watched it today. I was like, wow. Like
Yeah.
if I was a kid in the audience, I would be like, who are you trying to fool?
Yeah. So out of our shells tour, I'll give you the set list. They actually had a full album. You had April's Ballad, which was towards the ending. You had Coming Out of Our Shells, which was like one of the headline songs. Counting on Us, Cowabunga, No Treaties, Pizza Power, Sing About It, Skipping Stones, Tubin, and Walking Straight.
Walking Straight. That one right there. If the LGBT community, well, LGBTQT, whatever the letters are, they would be really mad at that song. I'm sorry, because the whole song is teaching you how to walk straight, talk straight, see straight, hear straight, and be
But-
straight.
you know what? I don't think I don't even see it like that. I see it like the turtles are walking on fours and they have to walk straight.
No, yeah, I get it. But me being the person who I am,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
You got to walk straight.
That song wasn't that bad though.
Talk straight. Yeah, see straight. And then I can't hear you.
Were there any tracks you actually liked?
Pizza Power's dope.
Oh, Pizza Power, I think is the best song. The Pizza Power is their best song on here, 100%. This was actually used in the beginning of Turtles in Time. If you ever played an arcade, that was the song that they played. Same thing with the Super Nintendo cartridge one.
One my least favorite song.
I liked it Coming Out of Our Shells.
We're coming out of our shells.
I liked it
That's
that one.
not bad.
I
That was
liked that one.
cool.
I liked it.
I hated the sewer tubing song.
I liked it Cowabunga. I thought it wasn't bad.
I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of the songs was whack. There's like 3 songs that was good.
I feel like
April's song wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I thought she did a pretty good job. Shredder's song sucked so bad. I hated it. The whole song is about how he hates music, but he's rapping it. So you're rapping about how you hate music. So you're creating music to tell you how much you hate music.
Yeah,
Sort of contradicts itself.
That's deep.
No, that's not deep. That's contradictory. If I was a kid, I'm like, shut up, Shredder, Shredhead.
You would have just been like, you just would have been booing Shredder and like crying and cheering for the Turtles.
I probably would have.
But yeah, those are the tracks of.
I would have been cursing at Shredder.
Yeah, but
like my mother would have been with me, and she would have been involved. She would have been there with me, going crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
This concert was interesting. Like I remember the first time I actually showed you. Like I showed you just to remind you of it. I think we were finishing up our cast, and we were really drunk. We were like. Maybe like 20 beers in and shit like that.
We did like 3 casts before that.
Yeah, so we were really drunk, and then I was like, yo, I'm going to put this on, just watch it. And we were watching it, and he was like, what the fuck? We're watching the whole fucking time.
But the thing was, I was so drunk, I had like the Peter Pan-esque inside of me, like where I felt like a little kid watching it. So I was like, yo, like to me, I was like, yo, this is bringing back so much of drunk texting my brother. I'm like, yo, you remember this shit? Way too excited for no reason.
Oh man, this concert was interesting. You know what? For honestly, if they only, I actually liked the costumes. I actually thought it fit what it was, like the concert when they were actually singing and shit like that. I dug the concert. I liked the demos. Like a NECA Toys made the collector's edition of this, and it's fucking beautiful. Like I actually,
it is very nice. I actually, I'm still on the hunt for that.
Even if the turtles look psychotic as shit because they had the red eyes and they look like they fucking want to kill you. Beyond that, they looked really cool. And as a kid, you think they're playing the instruments, you think they're doing everything. But one thing I give these guys credit is the fact that they're going through a full concert dancing in these fucking costumes. So I give them 100% credit for that.
Yeah, I felt bad for whoever was in those suits because, well, they didn't really have to do too much real physical because, like, all the fighting scenes were really cheesy. Yeah. It was like a doom and then toss them to the side. You know what I mean? Like, I was impressed with their ability to see where they were on the stage. Yeah. Because, like, now I was thinking in the aspect of, all right, they're going to put on a performance. Yeah. They're seeing through the suits. So there has to be a million blind spots in that damn fucking head. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they actually choreographed pretty well on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like, had to be really technical. Yes.
I thought like now as a critic standpoint of that technicalness, I thought it was awesome. You know what I mean? I thought it was on point. I thought for a kid show, I thought it was entertaining for a child. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it definitely. It grabbed the audience and made the audience interact. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so that is important. So, like, in the grand scheme of it, it was a successful performance. Yeah. But if you watch it now, it's like, ugh. But you know what I mean? It's just...
It's a product of its time. Like, honestly, yes. Like, as a kid, I was gullible for shit, and I loved this. But, like, watching it now, you're like, God damn, that was something.
I just wasted an hour and 30 minutes of my life.
But this is what we do these casts for, is the fact to pay homage to what we used to do as kids and what we used to watch as kids. And this is something that probably when we first found out this actually was happening, we were like fucking excited and shit. Like, oh shit, the Turtles gonna be a concert! Ah! And then
I found out just because I saw the VHS tape, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. What is this? So Mom, you didn't take me to this shit.
So I remember my mom getting tickets for me and my cousin to go see it, and going to see it and being such a fanboy and shit like that. I had like a red shirt for Raphael and things like that, and my cousin was going crazy. We enjoyed the hell out of it when we were kids. I remember bits and pieces. I don't remember everything fully because again, I was like maybe 6 or 7. I don't remember. But
well, it came out what, 1990?
Yeah, so I was like 7.
It came out the same year that the Ninja Turtles movie did.
Yeah, so they were trying to cramp in the hype, and the crazy shit is like a lot of parents didn't want kids seeing the Ninja Turtle movie itself, but they let the fucking kids watch the concert. And
Well, that was G rated. You know what I mean?
yeah. But again, like the movie itself was not G rated, so a lot of people were Turtles. I know the first movie got complaints because of what it was, but anyway, going into this as a kid and shit like that, I was excited. It was in Radio City Music Hall. That was the first concert I ever fucking went. Like if I actually said the first concert I ever went to was an intro concert because that was the first concert I ever went to, and I remember just enjoying the hell out of it. My mom was a good sport, and I thank her every day because she dealt with it. I think she enjoyed it a little bit because she thought it was cheesy and fun. And my mom likes a lot of
this stuff.
yeah, and my mom likes a lot of those like B-rated horror movies and a lot of shit like that. So she knows what's good cheesy, and I think this is something that was in that category. But it was fun. It was the one song that stands out the test of time is Pizza Power. Like to this day, I know that song. That song I know for a fact. I know like the words and everything like that. And that's actually probably the one song that came out of here that was used on other properties of the Ninja Turtles.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Soundtrack was good. It was alright.
It is what it is.
You sent it to me, and it's on my Spotify, and I have yet to press play. I couldn't do it. I was like, let me watch it first, and then I'm like, damn, maybe I could have got the gist of this whole shit just by listening to it.
So I decided just to listen without the visual because I think the visual will give you some judgment. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just listen to it without thinking about the concert. Let me just listen to the lyrics, the music, the songs, the voices and things like that to see if I may appreciate it more. And I'll tell you one thing, I did like a lot of the beats, like a lot of the instrumentals of a lot of the songs. I thought they actually sounded good. They sounded like a piece of its time, but it did sound good.
Yeah, I don't know. The one song that really just shit the bed was fucking Splinter's song, Skipping Rocks.
Skipping Stones.
So like, yeah, cause like you're watching videos of like homeless people in the city, and then he's skipping stones. What the fuck that has to do with that homeless guy that you just filmed?
I'm skipping stones.
And he squats down in the middle of the stage, and it looks like he's taking a shit.
He probably was. That was the original Yamato. The origins Yamato was the one that was the extra in Skipping Stones.
It's funny because you said the thing about Splinter that caught your eye the most was it looked like he was tearing. It looked like he was crying. My thing was it looked like he was a mouse.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he was a rat. You know what I mean? It was just he was the worst part. And like when they're standing together and they have like the background.
Yeah.
So basically, they're having a concert and Shredder like freezes time. You know what I mean? And Shredder comes in and he orchestrates this plan to get rid of all the music in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I don't know what that is going to accomplish.
Yeah.
But he hates music. So eventually he takes over and the Turtles go and they have to go hide in the back. But every video, they were all ganged up like gangsters. If you notice, like, Splinter standing in front of them with his arms crossed, like, yeah, you don't want it with me and my crew. You know what I mean? It was like, but you can't take that face seriously. He looked like a big mouse, bro. Like, like a rat has a distinct look. We work at Grand Central, so we know what a rat looks like, all right? He looked like a mouse that you feed to a snake. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't stand the way he looked. So, like, to me, that was probably, like, the worst part of it all. My whole life, I thought Shredder was Billy Zane. from the Titanic movie and from Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. I could have swore I would have bet my entire everything on the fact that was Billy Zane when I grew up. But it ended up not being him. He I thought his voice was good. I thought he put on a good performance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just didn't like the way he looked.
Yeah. I thought he was hilarious. Like, honestly, when he he was just talking shit to all the kids, and this shit had me rolling. And he actually really listened to the shit he was saying. And I was like, wow. Like, is that your mother right there? How about I take her to my technodrome? And shit like that.
Come here today. Yeah, he literally he was like, yo, this is live entertainment. Interact. Like, because the crowd was kind of dull, dull at one moment in time. He's like, damn. He's like, I gotta sell this even more. He's like, yo, we're putting on a show. You guys have to talk. You have to make this happen. You know what I mean?
Kids were booing his ass, and he was calling kids a weenie, and it was just.
Well, no, that dude from Supermarket Sweep called the turtles weenies.
Yeah, but he
the turtles
called
were about to get flipped out.
But he called the kids weenies. He called them weenies a few times. He called them, "You're a bunch of weenies," and I was like, "Wow."
I thought the guy who played Baxter Stockman was pretty good.
I actually thought it was a chick.
Nah, that was a dude.
Yeah, it was a dude. I didn't really pay attention. But yeah, like Shredder just was ruthless. Like, he was just cracking jokes on kids and like not being like, if you really think about what he was saying to things, it was like, damn, you're telling that to little kids. But in the 90s, you got away with a lot of shit. I'm just gonna say. But it was funny. He looked weird though. He looked kind of retarded.
Yeah, no, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice that they weren't playing any real instruments. They were just holding it. It's like, if I was a kid, I'd be like, you can't fool me. I'm smarter than this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the concert, like, you could tell they weren't playing instruments like that, but they were dancing. They danced a lot.
No, it was fun. It was, it's like, it was a little concert for kids, man. Like, what else? I really don't know what else to say. Like, I could keep bashing the shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I was trying to find? If any of these guys actually had a music career after this show.
Well, the voices sounded very familiar. The people who voiced the turtles and stuff, I thought that, they actually brought them back at one point. You know what I mean?
There's two people that I know that actually had, like, the girl that played April O'Neil, she has a prominent, like, Broadway career. And Jackie was the one that spotted that out. There's one dude that talked Michelangelo. He was on a show called Titus. He was on a bunch of sitcoms.
They're all soap operas.
Yeah. Other than that, most of them
never won an Emmy.
Yeah, most of the other than that, like, I'm looking at like the Raphael and Splinter and all that shit, and nothing. They have nothing on IMDb, so there's no like proof that they actually had something down the road or they had a career after this. They probably did. I don't know. They probably just like, you know what? Fuck music because they got me this shit.
They hate music. That's the overall thing.
Man. So, but did I enjoy it? Yes, I did enjoy this. It was cheesy as shit.
You guys can't see him like I can see him, but he's like gritting his teeth right now as he says it.
I enjoyed it.
There's no lip movement as he's saying this.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was and for the product of its time. They did have like a Christmas album, I think, and also like another little tunes thing they did. I think that was part of the Oprah Winfrey show and shit. But they did a Christmas thing. I remember that, and that was fucking terrible. They did like a Christmas rap and shit. But this one in general, yeah, you had it on VHS. They had a DVD. They had a CD. They had a tape. If you don't remember, cassette tape was a musical source at the time of before 1990.
I like cassette tapes.
But for the listeners,
the ones that sucked, you could put little tissue in the top pieces, tape them, and record over them.
There you go. But for overall, I enjoyed this. It was a fun, cheesy ass concert that I don't mind remembering this. Like, it's something of fun memory when I was a kid, and it's just like, you can't get this now. Like, I don't think they could do this now and get away with like selling out to 80 fucking different states.
People would be so disappointed. They'd be like, give me my fucking money back.
Like you got to a point that they did a fucking whole tour and they sold out the whole tour. Like
Well,
nowadays,
because it's hot and heavy at this time. You know what I mean? Like,
but nowadays you couldn't get away with that. You had to be better, and people would complain either way. People complain a lot nowadays than they did back then because they didn't have a source to complain on. There you go.
They didn't have, you know, in order to read a review, you have to pick up a magazine or a newspaper or something like that.
Yeah.
And kids ain't looking at that shit. So.
Yeah, exactly. So like nowadays they would fucking IMDb 1 star and fucking YouTube give it a thumbs down. I give it a thumbs up because I loved it.
And here we are casting.
We casting it because you know what, for whatever.
30 years later.
It's part of our childhood and it's something that we had to talk about.
It's exactly 30 years, bro. It's 1990, it's 2020. 30 years.
Yeah, man. But I enjoyed the hell out of it. Thank God NECA actually did the figures of it because I love them. Those are some. I think
that was the best thing that came out of it.
Yeah, like those figures are freaking amazing. They're beautiful.
It took 30 years to get something right.
Right. Right, because they did have a rock band. They did have the Rockstar Turtles, but they didn't look nothing like the concert. They had their own individual like looks. Like Mikey looked like Flavor Flav with a big ass clock on his chest.
I mean, I like the outfits that they were wearing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they looked cool.
Yeah.
And all that. Like, I believe that shit. I have a Halloween party coming up, and I was thinking, like, yo, maybe I should go as one of them. But then I was just like, how the hell am I supposed to pull that off?
But overall, this was a fun show. I'll put the link of the YouTube video that we got to watch, the full length video of it. I'll put the link up so you can check it out.
Yeah, I tried watching. I tried looking on other streaming platforms, and it's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody I feel like somebody just uploaded it to YouTube just for the hell of it.
Yeah. That's where I saw it the first time. It was on YouTube. I just randomly searched it, and it was the YouTube.
I really wish there was more to say about this.
Yeah, like it's a fun concert. The songs are unique for what at the time, but I
hated every single kid, even as an adult.
Yeah.
Even as an adult, I'm watching it. And I'm like, I still hate that fucking kid. I hate that fucking kid. I hate Charlie over here. I hate fucking Ben.
Yeah.
Ben, who Shredder was like, oh, what's your name? Ben? Yeah, well, you look like an idiot. You know what I mean?
Shredder
I'll take your mom to my Technodrome.
Had me rolling. When I noticed he said that, I laughed my ass off. That was actually really funny. The songs are alright. I actually found the link. I'll put the link up on this for the Spotify if you want to actually listen to the whole concert. Pizza Power is well worth it. I think that's the best song on there. I did like Out of the Shells too. I actually thought that song was fine. There's some other weird ones, but for overall, the Pizza Power is like the most popular one off of this concert. We had like ballet, pizza people, pizza delivery people. We had dancing foot soldiers. We had what else we had on this? We had hula dancing alligators. We had Shredder rapping.
You can't miss those dancing alligators because they had coconuts over their boobs.
I texted you like, yo, there's hula dancing alligators.
But they had coconuts over boobs.
Because they can't show nipple.
They don't have nipples.
Maybe they do, and they gotta.
Alligators don't feed milk to their young.
When they humanize things, they line up growing nipples.
I was like, yo, I wonder what fucking what's his face from the Ninja Turtles would have thought about that. The villain.
Leatherhead.
Yeah, Leatherhead. I wonder what Leatherhead would have thought about this.
Those are my kind of girls.
Or like the Rat King. What did he think about this?
Rat King probably just like, that's not a rat.
That's not a rat. That's a mouse, damn it.
That's a mouse, goddammit. I'm not king of the mouse.
That's a man in a costume!
Leatherhead was like, yeah, dance. Because Leatherhead is from the South too, so he's kind of like he's kind of I think he's Louisianan. He's from like New Orleans and shit.
That would make sense. That would
So
make a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I could see him really enjoying the hula dancing and the coconut boobs and everything. So I feel like
baby,
he
look
would.
at those coconuts.
He's like, yeah, yeah. I think he would enjoy the hell of that.
I'm about to make some gators tonight.
Exactly. We're gonna keep this one short and sweet, though. Like I think
there's only so much you can say about it, bro. I literally told you the synopsis of what it was, and that's literally all it was.
So besides the pizzas, frisbee throwing, and
skipping of stones,
and skipping stones, and Shredder hitting on your mom, it was a fun, like it's a testament to his time. It's something that honestly, like, you cannot do that shit now. But that's why you could value the love for it, just because how cheesy it was. And the fact that you know for a fact when you're a kid you were watching the VHS over and over and over.
I would not be surprised if there was this huge, humongous cult following.
Oh, it has. It has.
Huge cult, like people are reenacting it and putting on the place itself.
So I was talking to shout outs to Minion with the Opinion, which is Joshy. He's our wrestling in the Wrestling Babble. Joshy, I was saying, have Ryan watch it and see what he thinks about it. Ryan loves it. Ryan thinks it's great. And awesome. Josh was like, "Yo, I remember watching this over and over again. I think I ruined my VHS because I watched it so many times." And I was like, "Yo," and I was like, "Watch it now. Like, you see how cheesy it was, but like with me, like watching things from my past, I don't see like the bad in it. I just see the cheesiness and then what it was but do I still enjoy it? Yes, I still enjoy it because it was really part of my childhood, and as cheesy as it is, I still enjoyed it. It is what it is.
I agree. I enjoyed it. Like I laid in my bed this morning and I watched it, and I was like, and I remember the living room, my old house back in the day, my living room. I remember sitting there on the floor watching it. I remember my brother being there with me. Like it's one of those movies where it takes you back to exactly where you remember, you know, seeing it the most and stuff like that. So for nostalgic purposes, it's right there. You know what I mean? It's just like watching your favorite old movie from back in the day that you haven't seen in forever, and it's just like, wow, that thing like took me back to a time. You know what I mean?
Fun. It's fun. It's a fun thing to watch. It really
it's
is.
bad, but it's fun.
I recommend at least watch it once, just to see if you had this part of your childhood. It'll bring you back to a nice place. It'll bring you back to your childhood when you should enjoy it. If you watch it now, it may give you a good laugh because the songs are ridiculous and Shredder just hits on everyone's mom.
But I like the way the turtles look. I do like the way the turtles look.
I wish they had a shell. I wish they had like a little imprint for the shell.
I know the whole time you don't have it, but it's funny because it's called Out of Our Shell Tour. Yeah. And they don't have shells.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have been able to dance like that with shells. Because they were dancing their asses off, man.
Yeah. But they danced, they sang. Hopefully, shout outs to Mike. He'll put Pizza Power to open this cast. This will be a short bonus cast for everyone just to enjoy and go back and watch this concert. It's fun.
One of the moms should have threw her panties on a stage at Shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's coming to my Technodrome.
Yeah. The rise of the Technodrome.
They could have really went dark with this. They could have made it like a real like hardcore play if they really wanted to.
It was kids. Those for kids.
But I would have loved to see Krang.
But then in the movie didn't have Krang, so no. I don't know, but yeah, I think they could have did more with this. Maybe could have got a part 2 and had Bebop and Rocksteady being like b-boys and shit, and like dancing and rapping,
skateboarding and fucking rollerblading.
Bebop and Rocksteady like full-grown rappers and shit. They go like Matt Duggish.
They're all blinged out and shit.
Right? Do a part 2
Hammer
now.
Pants. MC Hammer Pants.
Yeah.
I can see it now. Like they break away from Shredder to start their own career.
Yeah, exactly. So they start becoming like they become musicians and shit. They challenge the Turtles. See who
to
has
a
the best
rap
chops.
off. They challenged Splitter to a rock skipping competition, and they beat him.
They beat him.
They beat him.
Kinda
They did 2 hops
skipping.
more.
Skipping stone.
Like I tried listening to that song, and I'm like, what was the point? What was the metaphor that he was trying to get across? I was like, there has to be a meaning to this song somehow.
I don't fucking know. I tried it too.
I think I was just too turned off by the way he looked.
Yeah.
He looked like a pedophile rat.
Pedophile.
He did.
Hello, little guy.
I think he was looking at fucking. I mean, I don't blame him. He was looking at April's ass for a couple times, and then I think he looked at Michelangelo's ass once. I don't know.
Maybe.
Less
Anyway,
of him and more of the
before we go
turtles.
more darker into this concert, I guess we'll wrap this up. Because this is going to be a short and sweet cast. We just want to give you some love with the concert and just give us a verdict and stuff like that. So what rating you would give this concert? Like I personally, honestly, would give it a 4 just because I loved it. Like it's as cheesy as it is, I enjoyed it. It is what it is.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5.
I'll give it a 3.5. It was better than mediocre, but it wasn't great.
It was better than the Michael Bay movies.
Yes, it was. I'll give you that one. It was better than the Michael Bay movies. So whatever we rated those as, it's 1 point up further than that.
So we just want to give this cast out as a bonus cast. We just want to get this out and tell you our love for this concert. So Jeffy, check it out when you can. I'll put the links.
Hate for this concert.
I will put the links on the podcast so that if you want to actually watch the concert, you could go right ahead and watch it and let us know what you think about it and let us know what's your favorite song and which song you like the most. Mine's just Pizza Power and Out of Our Shells. I think those two are the best songs on the thing. I like the Walk Straight too. Walk Straight wasn't a bad song. The beat sounded like something of New Kids on the Block.
Joe got to. He even made a mention. Shredder made a mention to New Kids on the Block in the concert.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, "Did you guys get the New Kids on the Block album?" And then you hear the girls screaming.
Yeah.
And then he throws it in the garbage. Like, "Well, I heard they're breaking up."
Yo, Shredder don't get as much credit as he did. Shredder was fucking hilarious. Shredder was like the.
But it was just like, if my sister was there, she would have flipped out because she loved New Kids on the Block.
Yo, like Shredder was like the ultimate heel. Like he was like Hollywood Hogan when he first like leg dropped Macho Man. That was some kind of Shredder.
He looked like Razor Ramon. No, he looked like Scott Hall.
Yeah.
But Hollywood Hogan status.
Yeah, right. It was fun.
Still was NWO.
Yeah, definitely check it out. I think you guys enjoy it and it'll be fun. So, I'll put the link up below so you can watch it, listen to it. I'll put the Spotify link as well so you can listen to the album if you just want to listen to the album and just give it some love because it is a fun concert for just generational times and shit. And it's 2020. What the fuck else you gotta do?
I know. Just if you have a 4 or 5-year-old, play it for them.
Yeah. I had my godson watching. He was loving it, and Josh was like, God damn it, I gotta watch this now. I was like, yes. Oh man, he was loving the songs.
We're coming out of our shells. We're coming out of our shells.
It was fun. It was a fun show.
That sounds like a coming out of the closet kind of thing.
They have shells. They're turtles.
Listen, man, I just had to bring it one more dark. I had to
They're
bring
turtles.
it down dark one more time.
They're turtles.
What, turtles aren't allowed to have feelings and emotions
No.
and, be
They're
their
just
true
turtles.
selves?
No.
Imagine if, like, Donatello was... I can't describe... But imagine if, like, Leonardo was, like, always identified as a woman. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Hey. Then we get Venus de Milo all over again.
Exactly.
Oh, it's
Maybe
dark
there
side.
was no Leonardo and there was only Venus.
Only Venus.
Alright, enough of all that.
All right. We're going to wrap this up. This is the Shell Shock podcast for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle concert out of our shell tour. Yes, we loved it. We enjoyed it. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. I'll put all the links below. Shout outs to Red Cyclone Inc. and our producer Mike. He's gonna make this sound a lot better than it is now. Follow everything we do on Merc with the Mic on YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, SoundCloud, Twitch TV, or Merc with the Mic. Also follow the Facebook pages of Red Cyclone Inc. and the Wrestling Babble pages. Follow Red Cyclone Inc. on the same thing, Twitter, Tumblr, WordPress, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Instagram. All Red Cyclone Inc. Follow Tenacious D.
Yes. Follow me on Twitter, please. I have no friends.
I'm so lonely.
Not even my closest friends like my Twitter.
You're gonna make him start skipping stones.
No, I don't want to skip stones. maybe when it's warm out. But yeah, you can follow me out on Twitter at TenaciousTRC Inc.
Yes.
You can also follow me on my own special regular Instagram page at T_DA_tots, TOTS. Yeah, come and visit us at Grand Central. We always like to bullshit and talk about geek stuff all day. We got plenty of other characters out there working with us that wouldn't mind diving into the conversation pit. Always a shout out to Game On, retro video game store based out in Long Island in two specific locations, one in Smithtown, one in Miller Place, all specializing in your retro video games needs, from everything from Pong to the Wii Mini, to Nomads, to Walker Talks, to arcade games and Neo Geos. Whatever it is that you have an itch for, they will scratch it.
Yeah.
Cards, pops, toys. They got the ET for Atari, which is Tank the Atari. You know, they got everything. Very good people. Tell them that you know us, and yeah, maybe I'll get a discount.
Yep.
Always a shout out to them. Shout out to the Max, an avid listener of ours, a very good friend. Shout out to Mind of an Artist. Recently started his own clothing line called Drugs and Demons. Check him out on Instagram at Drugs and Demons and at Mind of an Artist. Like and follow his stuff, and tell him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, tell him to go to hell. And he's a big Ninja Turtle fan, so I'll send him to
Ninja Turtle fan.
Yeah, and he gets jealous every time I get something new. So
yeah. I didn't tell him that I got you that Ninja Turtle keychain, but I showed him it before I bought it. I showed him it. And
that
now
shit's
you
dope.
got it.
I love it. And now Donatello's holding it.
Well, it was supposed to go on your keychain, but it's okay.
Yeah. So, we're gonna wrap this up. Peace out. Laters. And this is an Turtle cast, but always remember, fuck Zordon.
Fuck Zordon.
And follow the Jinkies.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to have sandwiches, but you can follow him. He's in Lower
What kind
East
of
Side.
sandwiches are we not allowed to have?
He's not allowed to have any sandwich.
Why? I've always, in the 4 years of this, I've always wondered why.
You know,
he's not allowed to have a
so
fucking
I think
I feel bad for you, bro. I feel bad for you, man.
So I'll give you the little origin of this. So he used to be consistently on the cast back then, right? So when he started not showing up on the cast, I just started saying, "Go follow him." I told people just to go follow him, and bother him, and I'll give the directions of where exactly he's at to go bother him. So little by little it evolved. Mike added the sandwiches to it. I added some things to it, and it just became the ending of our cast is just follow the Jinkies. It evolved from there.
That breaks it down.
Yeah.
You know what, Jenkies? I might just slip you a sandwich for that. You like chicken parmesan heroes? I make them. I make them really good.
He loves it. And pizza power.
Yeah.
Later.
Walk straight.